Hello, 8th grade students. This is Mrs. Craig, counselor at the high school again. Today we are going to talk about your 4-year high school course plan. And we're going to look at your registration form for 9th grade and look at the classes that you are going to be able to choose from. And then we are going to log into Naviance, and you're going to complete your course plan for next year. And then at another time, we will go ahead and look at making your course plan for the next 3 years of high school. But just for today, we're going to focus on next year and then maybe some of the current classes that you are taking. So I'm going to walk through this video. If you are logged into Naviance, you can go ahead and do that and walk through it with me if you'd like to, or you can listen to the video first and then you can play it back and complete your task for today. So if you're going to go ahead and log in, so you log into Naviance, and then what you will do is go to courses, and manage course plans. And you are going to add a plan. So on the red add button, and then you're going to choose Siloam Springs High School because you will be at Siloam Springs High School next year as a freshman. And then you are going to select this plan, the Siloam Springs 4-year student success plan. And then you're going to create a new plan, so you click continue. Okay, so this is your plan for the next 4 years. Like I said, today we are just going to focus on courses that you're taking this year that may be high school credit, and then we will focus on the courses that you're going to take next year. And then at a later time, we will go ahead and create your plan for the next 3 years. It's just a plan. It is the courses that you are thinking that you might want to take. We are going to edit this every year, so you will get to make changes. Really quickly, your advisors should have this form, and they're going to give it to you today if they have not already. This is the form that you will fill out for registration. This is just really a practice sheet for you and your parents to look over, and you will bring it back with you to your social studies teacher the week of March 1st. And the counselors at the high school, we will come over and meet with you, and we will enter these with you into your Hack account. And that will tell us and tell the computer what courses that you want when we run all of the schedules together. So it's 2 parts. So you need this paper to take home with parents and talk about. It's the first step. Then you're going to bring it back. We will put it into Hack, and then you will meet with your parent and your high school advisor to confirm everything. So there are more instructions right here, and you can read that about signing up with that advisor. Your teacher should be giving you today your high school advisor's name. So go ahead and write that on that paper and then take it home to your parents, and you can follow the steps on the high school website about signing up for that meeting. I'm not going to go over this form because we will go over it a little bit as we're talking about Naviance. But these classes right here, these are the classes that you're going to choose from for high school. So you're going to see a lot of choices in the CAP book, which is Career and Academic Planning. You'll see a lot of courses. They're the courses that every student can take all through the 4 years. So this just helps narrow it down a little bit. These are the courses you will choose from. Okay. So back to Naviance. So we're just going to start with English. So we're going to choose courses for English, math, science, social studies, and then the other course credits that you need to get. So we're going to click on Add Courses. Okay, so I have it broken down by grade level. So these are the only choices that you have per grade level. So let's see. So none of you as 8th graders are taking a high school credit for English. So we're starting with 9th grade. These are your 2 choices, English 1 or Pre-AP English 1. So you can read more about these courses in the CAP book. What does it mean to take Pre-AP? We're not going to talk about that now. We talked about that in one of the High School 101 slideshow, so you can go back and look at that, or you can look in your CAT book, and you can always reach out to us if you have questions. So for today, we're going to choose English 1 for 9th grade. And then we're going to go ahead and choose 10th grade. So we're going to take English 2. The Humanities is the higher level pre-AP course. Then junior year, you do have more choices. Regular English, then we have the advanced placement courses. You can take these 2 classes together for an English credit, and you can take these 2 classes together for an English credit. Like I said, we're going to go through this a little quickly, just showing you how to choose the courses. Naviance, there's not a right or wrong. This is just a plan. This is not selecting your courses in Hack. So this is just the first step of making your plan. And when you do this, you can always go back and edit. And then senior year, I think we're going to get a little more challenging or just something different. So I think we're going to take the literature and the technical reading class. Oh, and I just found a glitch. So this is the first time we've used this. So as I'm doing this right now, I'm seeing the things that I need to go back and fix. So right now it's only letting me choose one. So I will have this updated by the time you do this, and it will let you choose both of these. So for today's purpose, we're going to choose English 4. And then you say add courses. So you should see I have all of my English filled out for the next 4 years. I said we were just going to focus on 9th, but it lets us do that really easily. So math, the rest of these, we are just going to go ahead and choose our 9th grade year. So math, you notice now it says 8th grade. So if you were taking high school level Algebra 1, you're going to check this. If you are taking 8th grade math, you do not check this. So if you are an Algebra 1, that's a high school credit, check Algebra 1. If not, so if you do check Algebra 1, 9th grade year, you are going to take geometry. So you have the option of geometry or pre-AP geometry. So if you took Algebra 1 in 8th grade, you'll click it here, and then you're going to choose geometry or pre-AP geometry. If you did not take Algebra 1, you are going to take Algebra 1 or pre-AP Algebra 1. Remembering that pre-AP Algebra 1 is the higher level math course. So we are just going to choose Algebra 1. And then we are going to move on. We are not going to do the 10th, 11th, 12th at this time. So I'm just going to say add courses. And then you can see that it is added. And then if you go back, well, if you added an 8th grade class, if you go back, you'll be able to see it there. Now the same thing for science. Some of you may be taking physical science, pre-AP, or regular physical science. So if you're currently taking physical science or pre-AP physical science, you will check that here. If you are taking physical science right now, you're going to take biology or pre-AP biology next year. Now, for those of you not taking physical science this year, you're going to check biology. So I'm going to check biology. We're not going to move on and do another science at this time. We'll take care of that later. So we're going to go down and add courses. And then you can see it added there. Okay, social studies. So if you read at the top, there are notes here. So in 9th grade, you may choose a social studies elective, but none are required. So the required social studies are world history. You will take that as a sophomore, U.S. history as a junior, and civics and economics as a senior. So this year, you have choices. These you do not, well, sorry, see, this is the first time I'm walking through this. So 9th grade, there's not an option here for you. So you will choose some of the social studies electives in just a little bit when we look at electives. So next year, you will be choosing one of these courses. So we are just going to actually just go back to the plan. So we are not You're not going to have a social studies here. If you choose a social studies, it will be an elective and it will be down in a minute. Physical education, everybody needs a half of a credit. So we're going to add courses. Now, electives are a little bit different. They don't show up automatically by grade level. Electives are a little bit different in what you take each year. So we're going to click the add button. Now here you can search. The best thing to do is to search by grade level. So you will be in 9th grade next year. So it will tell you all of the courses that you can take to earn your physical education credit. If you are going to play a sport such as basketball, boys or girls, football, or volleyball, that will count as your physical education credit. So you can choose one of these. If you are going to play basketball and football, I need to see if it's going to let us choose that. It will. So go ahead, you can choose both of them. If you're just going to play basketball, you can just check basketball. If you are not playing a sport, then you need to go ahead and choose physical education. And we're going to go ahead and get that credit out of the way. You can take physical education another year if you want to, but we're going to go ahead and add that. So this is a little different. It says add. So these look a little bit different than the core classes. So when you come up here to the top, you can see that we've selected physical education, and I need to select the grade. So I'm going to take that in 9th grade. Add selected courses. Okay. So it tells me that I have chosen the required needed, and there are not any more that I would need once I take that. Okay, so, and we're going to go back to plan again. So you can always go back to come back to this spot. So you look at the credits. So we have 24 required. We have 6.5 in our plan. So there it is added. Next, we need to add our health. So we're going to do the same thing. Scroll down a little bit, click the add button. There's only one health choice, but you can go ahead and select your grade level just to see. And so we only have one health choice at this time. So go ahead and choose health. We want all of our 9th graders to take it. You're going to select your grade 9, and then add to your plan. And then we will go back to plan. And so we're just following and going all the way down this line and filling in each of these spots with what it says we need. Now we need a fine arts credit. Now, you may not be able to fit all of these in your first year. Some students may not be able to fit physical science. Some may not the fine arts. We try to get these all in. So we're going to select them, and then we will see as we build your schedule what will fit. So hit the add button. Let's see what 9th graders can take. Okay, so beginning tenor bass choir. This was formerly known as men's choir. Beginning treble choir was formerly known as women's choir. And then we have marching band and concert band. Those go together. So if you're going to be in band, you will select both of those. If you want, and notice that those are 1 credit each. So band will take 2 credits. Choir will take 1 credit each. If you would like to do music appreciation, it is just 1 semester. So you can notice that is a 0.5. So that means you'll need another class to go with that, because music appreciation is just 1 semester. Music technology. Now let's see, treble choir requires a teacher's recommendation also. So Mrs. Tufts and Mr. Wells will get with you about that information. Stagecraft is an option. Theater, visual arts, So right there, those are all of your choices for a fine arts credit. I'm going to choose visual art. I'm going to go up, select to 9th grade, and add to your plan. Okay, so we need a total. So if we look down at the bottom, we have 8 credits in our plan so far. All of these down here at the bottom need to say 8 every year, especially your freshman year. You need to have a total of 8 credits per year. So that says we have 5, so we need 3 more electives. This one right here, we're not going to worry about right now. We will get your oral communication when we take world history, so we're not going to add that as a separate course. So the last one button we're going to click is this one. This is our career focus and other electives. You need 8 total. We're going to add 3 more here. So click the add button, and you are going to choose 3 electives. When we choose on your enrollment form and when we choose in HACC, you're going to choose extra courses for alternates in case your top choices are full or they just won't fit in your schedule. But right here, we're just going to check the 3, choose the 3 that you most want. So click the add button, and the best thing to do is to choose 9th grade so we don't see everything. And then you're going to be able to see, so you can see that there are 34 classes that you do get to choose from. So it might help you narrow it down by subject. So if you know you want to take agriculture class, if you want to take another fine arts, if you want to take one of those social studies electives, so we can narrow it down here. Here is where we have some higher level classes. So you can actually take an AP course your freshman year, or a pre-AP World History and Geography. These are not social studies credits, they're social studies electives, but they do help you get to your total of 24. So this is a great way to narrow them down, and then you can go back and you can choose all again. Taking a minute. So I am, just for the sake of quickness, I'm going to choose AP Geography. I'm going to show you what it looks like to choose a half a credit. So Computer Science 1 is a half a credit, so I know that I need a second semester to go with it. I'm going to take Computer Science 2. And then I need one more class. I'm going to take Family and Consumer Sciences. So those are my 3 credits that I need. I'm going to go back up. I'm taking these all 9th grade year, so I'm going to select 9th grade. And then I'm going to add them to my plan. It's taking a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to go back to my plan so you can see that I am going to still need 5 more over the next few years. Okay, so here's my plan so far. So we have finished your 9th grade plan. If everything went perfectly and this is what you really wanted and it fit in your schedule, these are the courses that you would have if we chose them on your paper and we entered them in HACC. So just another thing to look at, your career cluster finder. So if you did the career cluster finder assessment, these were your top clusters. And this one was the one that you favorited. I am borrowing someone's account here, and they've generously let me use theirs, and I will just delete all their information, and they'll get to do theirs on their own. But we will get more into this later and show you how to use these, and we will add your 10th, 11th grade, and 12th grade. You can get in and play with this. You can't mess it up. If you want to go ahead and add your 10, 11, and 12, you can definitely go ahead and do that. We just need to make sure that you go ahead, that you have your ninth grade done by the time we start meeting and meet with your parents. So I appreciate your time, and we will see you soon in social studies.